Okay, good evening. Welcome all. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your evening here to join us. Welcome. My name is James Rodia. I am one of our assistant directors of admissions and transfer coordinators here for Stockton University within the Office of Admissions, Division of Enrollment Management. I'm also a proud alum, so I really look forward to chatting with each and every one of you here this evening regards to opportunities to earn your baccalaureate degree, to return to the institution, to return to higher education, to potentially complete a bachelor's degree. I would like to also toss it over to colleagues of ours here to introduce themselves as well. Take it away, Phil.
Hi, I'm Phil Kenning. I'm a instructor in our School of Business. Specifically, I teach marketing classes here. I've been here for about 17 years. I think this is year 18.
Excellent. Yeah, and he's definitely going to be an excellent resource here this evening regards to the BA in Business Studies program opportunity for degree completion. We also have our Associate Director of Admissions, Jess Goujon. Hi, Jess.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I will be answering questions in the chat. A little bit about me, proud alum, class of 09, Bachelor of Arts in Communication Studies from here at Stockton University, Master of Science in Higher Education. I've been here for 14 years, 16 including my student work. I know I'm aging myself, but I think I still look fabulous, right, friends?
Absolutely, yes.
But yes, we're excited to have our adult completers, joining us tonight. We're also live streaming on Facebook. So if you see this recording later on, feel free to send us a message, email admissions@stockton.edu, or visit us at our open house for more information about our programs on Sunday, March 26th. We will be showcasing all of our programs. We will have campus tours, we'll have delicious food, you'll meet with faculty, deans, and representatives from financial aid. So it doesn't end tonight. Tonight's just a little teaser and a little overview of our program and admissions, but we would love to meet you on our beautiful campus. So I'll turn off my video and you can take it away, James.
Yeah, tonight's only the beginning. So what we would like to cover here this evening is the transfer admissions and applications process. Okay, so that'll be my portion of the presentation here today. And then I'd like to turn it over to Phil, who will discuss more in-depthly about the degree completion program with BA of Business Studies. So what I'd like to do here, I'm going to share my screen. And we are going to start the presentation. Okay, so first and foremost, welcome to Stockton University, admissions.stockton.edu for all things related to admissions to the institution, applications, open house opportunities, virtual appointments. Okay, so here's a beautiful drone footage of our main Galloway campus location. We are in the heart of the Pinelands National Reserve. This is a 1,600-acre protected ground campus. Okay, so we're really lucky to have these available resources. And as you can note here on the slide, we're just under 10,000 total students for our total enrollment. We have 2 lakes on the campus. There's a lot of nice opportunity for field work and hands-on research experience. Given the fact of our location, okay, we're only a couple minutes away from the Jersey Shore, right outside of Atlantic City, less than an hour to Philly, and less than 2 hours to New York. We also have additional satellite locations located in Hamilton, Manahawkin, and Woodbine, so there may be some opportunities for course offerings there. Much of what you see within this drone shot is relatively new or recently renovated from the ground up. So a lot of nice opportunities as we continue to expand here on our main Galloway campus location. This has really been the talk of the town over the past several years. This is our new Atlantic City campus. Okay, we are at Albany Avenue and the Boardwalk. We returned to our roots, located right on the beach and boardwalk in Atlantic City. Currently, we have over 100 course offerings here in our 3-story academic building. We are opening our brand new second phase. That's due to be open this upcoming summer. Okay, so that'll be ready for the fall 23 enrollment. We are adding another 6-story building, which will add over 400 more additional residential life opportunities. Fantastic option there for a living and learning. We do offer School of Business courses in Atlantic City. So there's options there if you were to commute or to house. They have floor-to-ceiling windows. They have the granite countertops, stainless appliances. You open your door, you're right on the beach and boardwalk. So not bad, right? We also have the transportation shuttle system in between the Atlantic City campus and the Galloway campus. This way you could save your gas and tolls. That way you can leave your car in one location, hop on the shuttle and utilize the other. This is a view actually from one of the dorms there. It's not a cropped or photoshopped image. It's more like a condo, as you could see. So floor-to-ceiling windows, nice opportunities there for residential life. If you're interested, you could have from a single person through a 6-person, and there's no meal plan required due to the fact that everybody has a full kitchen there. Okay, so housing is available here for all. If you would like it, or if you need it, or if you want it, you're more than welcome to reside with us on the campus. So just a little bit more about the opportunities down there in Atlantic City. As I mentioned, we do have the shuttle. There are multiple program offerings, one of them being within the School of Business. We're right on the boardwalk. We have the outside quad area there, which is really nice, especially when the weather is permissive. There's a lot of cool activities that occur there. Games, things of that nature. We have a transfer jam event. We also house the Atlantic City Air Show each August. There's a gym there, and there's also a cafeteria for food services. Okay, 3 main reasons why students decide to transfer here to the university. Number 1, transferability of the credits and the liberal transfer credit policy. Number 2, the cost of attendance. Of course, affordability is of great importance. Number 3 is academic programming. Okay, so we were really built to take on the transfer student population. Transfer students here are not an afterthought by any means. Okay, so these are 3 of the most important reasons why a student would decide to transfer here to the university from another institution, or maybe if you've been away from education for a little while and would like to return. The transferability of your credits, very important, right? You want to choose an institution that's going to maximize what you've already earned and what you've already paid for. The cost of attendance with the financial opportunities and the academic program of your choosing. Here's a little snapshot of this year's cost of attendance, as well as housing opportunities. We have housing on the main Galloway campus location, as well as the Atlantic City campus. As I mentioned, we also have a partnership property, Chris Gopp, that's across the street from the Galloway campus location. We have a shuttle in between those. Okay, we have a flat rate of tuition for the cost of attendance. Students are able to take from 12 through 20 credits per semester for the same price. Okay, so that's as little as 24 credits in a year to as many as 40 in a year for the same price. So that really helps maximize the cost of attendance as well as the affordability. Not every housing option requires a meal plan, but they are here for you if you would like to utilize them. Financial aid opportunities, very important. Okay, we've awarded over 18 million per scholarships per year for grants and scholarships through financial aid. 83% receive some form of aid, whether it be a loan, a grant, or scholarship. As a transfer student, you will be reviewed for the Garden State Guarantee Program if you have over 60 credits. This is an income eligibility program where if you are deemed eligible, cost of attendance, tuition, and fees will be covered here at the institution. If you have under 60 credits, you will be reviewed for the Stockton Promise. Okay, so that's the same program, but we have one for those with under 60 and those with over 60. So if you're interested in the fall 2023 or the spring of next year, 2024, that application is now live and available, the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid.gov. Please add our institution's code 009345. Very important in order to get reviewed for financial aid opportunities to complete your degree here. In addition to that, we have automatic transfer scholarships. Okay, so if you are a first-time attendee here, and if you're applying as a transfer student, if you have at least 24 college-level credits and a cumulative 3.4 GPA, they will be awarded automatically at the time of your admission. Okay, if you have multiple institutions that you've attended that are less than 5 years, we will do a cumulative analysis from each of those previously attended institutions. There's the 3 tiers there that you can note: a 3.4 to a 3.74, a 3.75 to a 3.99, and the true 4.0 without rounding. These are in addition to any other loans, grants, or scholarships you may be deemed eligible for based upon the FAFSA submission. We have additional money for our Phi Theta Kappa scholars coming from the PTK program out of a 2-year community college. We are a New Jersey Stars 2 institution. If you are receiving NJ Stars 1 at your current community college, the 3.25 GPA and an earned associate's would be required. We also offer an out-of-state tuition award. If you are applying from out of the state of New Jersey, you would need at least a 275, as well as on-campus housing. And we do have an international award as well. So choosing your academic adventure here at the institution, we have over 160 areas to study: majors, minors, concentrations, grad school. It's made up of School of RHU, Arts and Humanities, the School of Business, which is what we're really here to focus on this evening, the School of Education, General Studies, Health Sciences, Social and Behavioral Sciences, and NAMS, Natural Sciences and Mathematics. The School of Business is rapidly becoming our largest for enrollment, so that opportunity will be discussed more in depthly in a little while after my portion of the presentation. Just a couple of awards that we're really proud of. We were ranked nationally this year in the top 100 public universities by U.S. News and World Report, the top colleges for diversity from the Higher Education Excellence Award. We were top ranked by study.com. We have the Rocket League Championship from 2022. We were named to the PTK Honor Roll for the first time last year for the Transfer Honor Society, as well as military and veterans. We're also extremely proud of the ranking that we received in regards to minority degree completion. We're in the top ranked institutions throughout the nation, okay, for the highest graduation rate for Hispanic students and overall minorities. So really, really proud of our awards and our accolades here. But with that, we still hold true to our core values, which is students first. We have a 17-to-1 student to faculty ratio. We have the highest percentage of full-time tenure track faculty out of any of the 4-year publics in the state. So that's really important, okay? 94% of the faculty hold their highest degree within their field. Okay, and there's opportunities, of course, for study abroad. We have a first-gen program called First Ospreys. Okay, we have internships, as well as the Culture of Respect program here at the institution. So we're very proud of this. Even though we've grown exponentially over the recent years, we still hold true to these core values, which is a student-centered culture and students first. So this is really important, especially for those who may be transferring from another institution to complete their degree here this evening, or who may be looking to return after an absence. Transfer credit evaluation can make or break your decision to re-enroll or to transfer. So we have a tool called DegreeWorks. Anybody has access to this. Okay, so you don't have to apply. You don't need to be admitted or enrolled. Anybody can access this program on our transfer website, stockton.edu/transfer. If you've attended a 2-year community college, we could take 64 credits. That's a junior level standing. If you attended a 4-year university, we could take 96. Okay, so if you have your associate's degree, that will come intact with the 64. If you decide to return to education without a degree earned previously, grades would need to be a C or higher if you don't yet have that associate's or bachelor's. Okay, 96 if you attended a 4-year, 64 if you attended a 2-year. Very important of how liberal our transfer credit policy is. Okay, so we have a very liberal transfer credit policy for, even those who may have been decades since the last time that you've attended an institution. We also will evaluate anything from the AP exam, the advanced placement, CLEP, or military credits. Any and all of these would be welcomed and required to submit with your application in order to be officially evaluated. Okay, so any institution you've attended after high school graduation, we would need that transcript in the application process in order to do a transfer credit evaluation for you. Okay, so applying to the institution, if you have never attended here previously, or if you attended here, left and attended another institution, if you wish to return, you would need to reapply. Okay, it's very easy. We have an internal transfer application, stockton.edu/apply. You would submit the fall 23 transfer application. You can use that waiver code there, Stockton U 2023, and that will remove the $50 fee. Okay, for joining us here this evening, you will not need to pay for the transfer application. Make sure you do our internal transfer application though, because that promo code will only work for our internal Stockton application. It will not work if you applied via the Common App. Okay, so the application internally, it'll take you about 10 minutes. Once that is submitted, we would need your transcripts. Okay, we can use photos of the unofficial transcripts to complete your application. Okay, but we would need the officials in order to formally evaluate the credits for transfer. Okay, so in order to expedite the process, you can email over photos of unofficial transcripts, but in order to officially articulate your credits in transfer, they would need to be official documents directly from your previous institutions. Okay, if you attended here previously, okay, and maybe you left on your own accord, you decided to take some time off and away from school, if you did not apply to another school, okay, and if you did not attend elsewhere, you can just rematriculate through our rematriculation form, and that's on our student records website. Okay, so if you've never attended here, or if you attended and went to another school, you would need to reapply via the transfer application. But if you left and if you're looking to return without attending elsewhere, there's no need to reapply. You could just rematriculate. Okay. Okay, so that concludes my portion of the presentation. Please reach out to us anytime in regards to social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, of course. In addition to that, as just mentioned at the outset, we do have a university-wide open house within the next month. It's March the 26th. It's a Sunday. Phenomenal opportunity to attend. It's an all-hands-on-deck event. Okay, so you'll be able to meet with the faculty of the major programs that you're interested in. We have those individual academic breakout sessions, as well as all available resources that will be present here that day. So feel free to reach out to us to further connect. We'll be happy to assist. I'd like to turn it over to my colleague, Phil, and he's going to continue the presentation more so in regards to degree completion for this business program that you indicated interest in here this evening.
Well, thank you, James. So again, my name is Phil Kenning. I'm faculty, School of Business faculty. And one of my duties for the School of Business is to be a preceptor. One thing that makes Stockton different, if you are a new student, or I should say a student that is thinking of transferring to Stockton from somewhere else, is our preceptorial advising. And that's where regular faculty members like me are assigned a number of students to be their advisor all the way through. So somebody that's returning to Stockton is familiar with that concept. I have been assigned to be the advisor to our over age 25 students that are coming back for degree completion for School of Business, which is interesting because I was one of those. I started out going to a community college near my home in Chicago suburbs and got my associate's degree, and life happened like it does. And I went to work for like 3 years and started taking a couple of night classes back then, and was able to just stop and go back full time and finish. But a number of years go by, things change, and this has become a lot easier. So I'm going to talk about completing a degree, specifically with a business degree here at Stockton. So degree completion first. As I said before, life happens, and there's a reason that many people can't finish and earn their degree by age 22. But some facts, here's a couple. People with a college degree earn a higher income. It's not disputable fact. No other single demographic correlates more strongly with income than education. The average, I should say the median, not the mean. The average for somebody with a 4-year degree at $67,860 versus $49,000 for an associate's and $40,000 for a high school diploma. Obviously, with inflation and stuff, that number changes every year, but you can see that average income is higher, and that's a median, not an average. There are more people with a 4-year degree with a bachelor's are more promotable to management positions. I've worked in the casino industry. I've worked for Fortune 50 companies. And, even if you are in the plant, generally to get a management position, they are looking for a bachelor's degree. But if you come back, and again, I'm assuming I'm speaking to, slightly older students. If you come back, you're not alone. Nearly across the country, nearly 40% of all undergraduates are older than age 25. And nearly a quarter of them are raising children. Next slide, please, James. Okay, I won't spend very long on this one, but what this shows is Money Magazine's ranking, and it shows that Stockton has gone in 7 years from number 483 nationally to 156. They didn't do it during the pandemic in 2021, but our national reputation is growing, and the value of a Stockton degree is increasing along with our reputation. So you can go to the next slide. I think I made the point here. Our School of Business is the largest by terms of student population. It's the largest at Stockton, with about 17-18% of our students are in business studies. We are accredited by the AACSB accreditation, and less than 5% of the business schools in the world have that accreditation. We went through that process in 2015, and we were reaccredited last year. We can move on to the next slide, please. So I'm going to talk specifically about the easiest and fastest way to complete your degree in business studies. That would be with our Bachelor of Arts in Business Studies. And I'll get to the details of that later, but Jobs in Business and Finance are growing at a higher rate than other occupations. That's a fact and you can see it says BLS, that's the Bureau of Labor Statistics, part of the Census Bureau. And, that's just the fact. Business jobs are growing at a higher rate. The BA degree is a general business degree that teaches the fundamentals in all of the business disciplines. Without getting into the jargon, all of our business students have to take 14 courses. Whether you are a Bachelor of Science in Business Studies with a marketing concentration or the Bachelor of Arts in Business Studies, the general degree, you have to take accounting classes, finance, management, marketing, data analytics, and there are a few other required classes like economics and statistics. These are consistent with most other business schools. Next slide, please. So what we've done is we haven't created a separate degree, but we've created a special enrollment category to make it easier for we call them adult students looking to complete their degree. We give them some preference to scheduling their classes so they are able to get more choices than would a regular transfer student. Again, priority and in registration and a special orientation session they will get as well, because their needs are different than a 20-year-old. Through our research with these students, they've told us that the number one obstacle to them finishing their degree or wanting to come back is being able to get classes that aren't offered between 8:30 a.m. and 4:30 because they're working or they have other family obligations so our regular course modules don't fit as well. So you can complete the Bachelor of Arts in Business Studies by taking classes either online or at night without having to come to a regular daytime class. So that's something that's new this year, in that we have mapped all of those required courses to make sure that at least once a year, every required business class is offered online at least once and offered in the evening at least once. So that's those 14 classes. Because our returning students come in, they enter, or I should say re-enter, at all different places. They're not all coming with an associate's degree or 20 credits or 70 credits. We have to individually assess the situations and do a individualized plan. But the key point is there's classes available in more convenient modes than there had been in the past. That's new for us. In addition, as I mentioned, you have specialized advising. For now, it's me. Unless we start getting hundreds of these students, and I will sit down with you and map for you your path to degree completion. Next slide, please. So what to do next? First, and I'll turn it back to James in a minute, because first you need to apply to Stockton and send your official transcripts. That way your prior credits can be reviewed, evaluated, and applied in the different places they need to be on your path to your degree. You'll then meet with an advisor and attend an orientation session. So those are the 4 action steps. So now I'm going to turn it back over to James.
Yeah, thank you, Phil. Very informative. Hopefully those in attendance here this evening, whether you're with us on the Zoom event or live streamed, learned a lot about the opportunity to transfer here to the institution and or return to complete your education via this BA in Business Studies degree program.
you.